I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, we're back with another Valoris Tantibus, Ravenshade. Session 8, The Intervening Divine 2. When last we left our party, we found them confronting an old ally, acquaintance, Zendra. The party was not dissuaded, not tricked by this illusion. They fought forward. After claiming victory, they heard a mysterious voice taunting them down the hall. And this is where we find our cast of characters. All right, you guys have the floor.
Can you bring up the map for us?
I sure can. You guys are kind of in the northwestish corner.
East. East is the word you were looking for.
East is indeed the word I'm looking for. Directions are hard.
So we just opened up the door in the south of this room.
That is correct. You guys had just got confronted by a trap, like a cloud kill, if I remember correctly, inside a wall of force.
Yes.
You guys still have quite a bit of damage. Were you wanting to take a short rest?
Short rest might not be the worst idea.
Actually, have I spent any key? That would be the only thing I need. I am full on key, actually. So, up to you guys.
It is indeed up to you guys.
Let me. I've still got a spell slot. I could probably press on.
Okay. I'm hearing a majority of those saying to press on. You guys
Sounds like it.
should have control of your characters on the map. Where would you like to go?
Before we go, hang on. How injured is everyone?
I've taken about 30 damage.
If you pull up the combat tracker,
Right.
you can look at that.
I forgot.
See.
On a scale of 1 to 67, I'm feeling about a 30.
I'm feeling better than okay. I'm feeling that like plus 11.
Hal is quote unquote glowing.
He's not a sun soul.
Here, have a little bit of healing.
That's
Make sure we
to
keep
everyone?
Yep. I made sure to target everyone this time before I did
You
it.
did indeed. I see that it has been updated. Very good. All right. So you cast that as a ritual, or
I don't think it is a ritual.
I don't know if it is
I
or
cannot
not.
cast that as a
Okay,
ritual.
so you expended the spell slot.
Yes.
All right.
Did it register? No, it didn't.
Yeah, people's hit points went up by
Mhm.
10.
No, my
You have to track the spell slot yourself, no matter what. Because otherwise, misclicks could lead to fun stuff like
being out of spell slots.
yeah. Imagine if you just kind of, hit this a bunch of times. I'm glad I didn't have anyone targeted.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Just immediately dead.
What do you mean? Of course I have 7 level 9 spell slots. It's fine.
Spell slots. Also, I seem to have forgotten to heal myself, most importantly.
I mean, I don't need the hit points, so definitely don't target me.
Okay, that's better. Alright, carry on.
All right, you guys have control of the map.
All right, I will take the lead. And I'm gonna be looking for traps as we go.
Okay, totally understood.
I should know where they all are, but just in case there's new ones.
You go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is it? For reference. Oh, I'm just gonna do a perception in the bucket as a reference as I'm going.
Oh, no problem.
If you're just going, wouldn't that be your passive score?
Which is correct.
Passive. Ignore that then, or use it. Who cares? My passive is real good.
I have an okay passive.
And who you have the torch, correct? Hal?
I do have my torch lit.
All right. Remember, there's a thick layer of misty fog at your feet, roughly maybe a little less than a foot. It covers all of your footfalls, slightly parts as you take your step by step down the hallway.
Yep.
You can hear your boots kind of clack against the stone or marbled floor.
Yup.
As you approach this kind of corridor, according to your map, you hear a little bit of a conversation going on behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm. Can I hear any of what it is or no?
It's very muffled. You think that maybe if you got closer or put your ear to the door, you might be able to make out. You can just tell that there's some sort of conversation going on in the next room. It's very...
Can I hear anything?
You would have to make me a listen check.
Oh, even with my passive?
Even with your passive.
Yeah, Shiz, my passive is better.
What is your passive?
My passive is like a 20-something.
Yeah.
Mine is a 22.
And they have a racial.
Oh, okay. I have observant feet.
So you said a listen?
It's perception.
Mm-hmm.
Perception with advantage.
So click advantage button. Wow, that's a great advantage.
Even with your keen ears, it's hard to make out any sort of detail. It's as though whomever's having the conversation, it's meant for their ears only.
I would just... Got it.
Oh, we gotta hold up a bit. Is Lux here?
So yes, he's having a bit of issue on the tech side, and he just popped in the game.
Okay, should we be dragging them along with us, or is it just assumed that they're following
Just assumed.
us?
Same with Muranaka. He should be joining us when he can.
Do you guys want me to listen at this door quietly and like try to stealth to the door and see what they're saying?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna try to sneak up to the door and see what they're saying.
I'm just gonna hasten to remind everyone that the last 2 times we've come across any kind of conversation, they've immediately tried to murder us, and...
You are right. That is definitely the case. But I mean, we have to, do something at some point. So I'm going quietly, trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
Not doing great. And going up to the door. And listening.
Yeah. Hal kind of puts his ear to the door, kind of cups it, and you can hear the absolute kind of funk of the door as it hits the frame. He was none too stealthy. However, you do hear some of the voices going on inside the room, Hal.
Mm-hmm.
It's hushed tones. You hear, and you will help me. You will drag me out of the gutter. Yes. This we can do, but there is a cost. A great favor.
Grishenko's voice.
It is Grishenko's voice.
Well, I know he's not here, so I walk away from the door.
Okay.
And I shake my head and say, it's another illusion.
This place is fond of them.
And I'll go ahead of Makoto. So now, depending on where we want to go, which I personally think we should try to go to the big room at the bottom, based on this map, we would want to go straight. Is there? I'm now, I think, close enough that the torchlight would be hitting where that S is in the wall. Do I see a door or a hallway ahead of us?
So as you look, you do not see any sort of hallway that extends further to the south. You see a T'd intersection.
Okay, which means it's probably, based on this map, a secret door. So I'm gonna look around the. No.
Yes. As you guys cross,
Oops.
yeah, around the intersection, down the hallway, you can see someone very familiar, a very familiar mask. They look over in your direction and dart off.
I was gonna say, I look around the corner before we go, and then you just jumped out.
It happens.
Sorry.
It's all good.
But just double check that.
The corner.
Check my thinking here, Hal. That was Edward, right?
I think so, yes. Or at least somebody wearing his crow
Robes?
get up.
Well, if we run into him, we kill him. Got it. Otherwise, I don't care.
Alright, should be a secret door here. Let's do some investigating.
I am investigating.
Okay.
Because I have proficiency in that. It made the roll really good. Check that 11, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, almost because of my perception with advantage.
As you guys are kind of investigating here on the wall, nothing of note really sticks out. And just as you're ready to give up, Hal, you see what appears to be some sort of carving. It says R3 T2 13.
T2 13.
Yes, just like Makoto wrote.
R3 T2 13. Row 3 something 2 13 maybe?
Tier 2 maybe?
Possibly.
I'm going to...
Tomb 2.
Tomb 2.
But wait, what would 13 be?
13th coffin?
13... A room with 13 coffins.
Are the little drawings of coffins on the maps?
So everything on your map is it's verbatim. The map that you guys are using is a 1-to-1 copy of what is shown, the physical map that you are given.
Okay.
It may not represent what you're actually doing at the moment. So that will be a little bit of theater of the mind. But it's the best that we've got.
Boris is going to give a quick look over the map and say, well, scratch the 13 coffins thing, because there's no room in here with 13.
Row 3, something 2. 13.
I'm gonna... This wall is just smooth, right?
That is correct. You didn't see anything that would denote like it's some sort of passage.
And that's the entirety of the carving?
Yes, and it was very obscure. Oh, you almost missed it.
Row 3.
Room
3. I'm gonna go over to this door. Is there a number on this room, on this door?
Okay. As you examine, it's just a wooden door. You may make a perception. As you scour every inch of it,
No.
you don't notice any sort of marking or... It looks just like a common wooden door.
Yeah, it could be room 3.
Actually, now that you're looking at this door, you've seen this door before. Where have you seen that door before?
Where have I seen the door before?
Make me a charisma save.
Oh, Jesus.
No, that's not.
You kind of take in a smell. None of the rest of you smell this, but you smell the slight smell of perfume. Lady Zendra's room?
That smells smelly. Zendra's
room?
Smells just like her room back at the estate.
What's up, Hal?
I don't know. Something's off. It seems like Zendra's room. The door, the smell.
Surely illusions could also be smells, could they not?
I'm just kind of looking over the door. It just looks like a normal wooden door, doesn't it?
To you, yeah.
Hal, it's just a wooden door. I'm pretty sure the stuff we have at the estate looks nicer.
Give me 3 seconds to look up something real quick. Come on, stupid internet page. I'm looking up a class thing that I had forgotten about.
Is this door stone?
Can I try to use stillness of mind to see if there is a charm or fear effect that is being caused, that's causing this?
Yes. Can you drop the card or whatever for me?
Yeah.
Which door, Boris?
The secret door. Or at least what
It's a
is
wall.
apparently.
It's a stone wall.
It is just a stone wall.
If there's a door, its craftsmanship is remarkable.
Boris pipes up and says that if we really can't figure it out and we're sure there's a space behind it, I could stone shape it.
Makoto's just kind of leaning on that stone wall. I don't know.
Let's keep that as last resort because it's going to take a lot out of me. But
Yeah.
the option's there.
Did you prepare stone shape?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I only have spells that I have prepared in my what's it called? In my character sheet, which means
No, I'm just surprised you prepared stone shape because it hasn't really come up.
listen, I made the fucking use of that back in the Urine's campaign.
I know.
Here.
I know.
Hal,
Just
as you're looking at the door after centering yourself, it's just a wooden fucking door.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's
that
so the like the
works.
party around you, you know, you see somebody who's just kind of stuck in thought, you know, like where the hell are my keys when it's like literally in their hands and they're just like, and then they come to that realization that, oh, they do have it. That kind of look is upon Hal's face.
Yeah, I know exactly how that feels. I couldn't find my keys in my pocket, so I like retraced my steps like all over the place and spent an hour looking for them. They were in my other pocket.
Yep.
Well, there should be another. There should be another secret door at the end of this hallway, and I'll point down past the room with the dotted lines. We can see if there's a similar carving and see if there's any more information we can gain from it.
What? How could you point out the carving real quick?
Oh, I point to the carving on the door.
Sure.
When I look at it, what's the 1 look like?
Looks like the numeral 1. Like
Okay,
just
so it is
a straight up and down line with a very fine little dash at the top.
with the little tick. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's no way we could mistake that for like an L.
It does. It in no way looks like an L.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that.
Or is it? No, you're pretty confident it's a number.
Boris starts
You're like,
walking
you
away.
mother.
Starts walking away, looks back, is like, I'm watching you.
Hal, as you're passing this room, you can see the steel bars running floor to ceiling. Standing in the room, you see 2 seconds. Where did I put it? We'll do this. And let me find the other token. Essentially, you see the man with the mask, the crow mask, and you also see Edward. I will find his token after a bit. Seems to have gotten misplaced.
I was just gonna continue past.
Okay, no problem.
And go down to this and see, is this a wall or a door? Or a hallway?
So that you see another stone wall. To the north, you see a man in a cloak. 1 second. There.
A man in a cloak? Does he look familiar at all or no?
Looks like a dwarven gentleman. Maybe a little tall for a dwarf.
Okay.
Good.
I'm going to flag to everybody else that there's somebody down the hall, and then look at this in front of me. You said it's another wall, right?
That is correct.
Knowing what I'm looking for, do I see more carvings?
Wait, who's directing me?
Investigate.
Okey-doke.
Advantage.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Adding 1,000 today, guys.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
All right.
Rolls here.
So, 2 seconds here. Boom. Only Hal has read it, if he can understand it.
I cannot understand it. I pointed out to everybody else.
Okay. If you guys have the language, you should be able to read it.
Nope.
Boris
Nope.
is tossing a. Boris tosses a gold at the two and says, "Here, gold for the monkeys before he continues on. Take a look at the
Mako just kind of like
Don't interact with the illusions. That's how we got traps triggered the last 2 times.
Mako just snickers and follows Boris.
I didn't interact with them. My gold might, but I didn't.
You talked to them. The last times that things happened, it was talking to things.
Well,
Also, there's a cloaked figure that just went into that room down there.
That is correct.
Yeah. Lovely.
Anybody know what this says?
Nope.
Gibberish. Boris just leans in and comes back with that response.
Does anybody know what language it's in? Don't think so.
Also, gibberish. Gibberish.
It is apparently in a language not very common.
Watch it be Elven.
Lols.
I'm pretty sure it's not Elven based on the script, but watch it be something hella common that none of us thought to actually.
The characters look dwarven, but I
mean, we could play process of elimination here.
I mean that, or we could go.
Or we could do
whatever
everybody
that
make
creature
an
was.
intelligence check, and if half of you make it, we'll say if you guys know can
Okay.
dither down the language.
Oh, that was a save. It's not different, but it was
No
a
problem.
save.
No problem. Hey, not too bad. We'll have Lux if he's here. I know he's having some issues with the hotel he's at.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
It happens. I'm opening his
Yeah.
sheet. You guys want him to roll because he's got pretty good rolls.
Because he's smarting.
Yeah, you definitely wanted him to roll. So, you guys are fairly confident it is none of the languages spoken on the surface of Valoris.
Underdark.
Undercommon,
it's-
got it.
It's
It's
not.
deep speech.
It's not undercommon.
It's fucking deep speech.
Oh, it's
Fuck. That's not good.
It seems
So this is
rather
very voidy.
infernal.
Is it demonic?
It's either infernal or deep speak.
But again, none of you can translate it, and I don't think anybody has the means to do so.
Anyway, let's, I guess, keep exploring. I don't know.
Let me double check, but yeah, I don't believe I do. Nope, I don't.
All right, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep going, I guess, unless anybody else has ideas. Because if only I were level 13, I could
gonna-
know everything.
You know what we didn't do with the last one?
What?
I'm gonna knock. You never know.
Okay,
That's fair.
charisma save.
Well,
Learning experience.
What do we got here? What do we got here? Okay, so we'll get to the end first and then go backwards. You make your save. However, you feel you recall back in your life when the pact was first made. You feel a very strong presence. It's enticing at first, but your pact cannot be undone. You hunker down, remember the promise that you made not only to yourself, but to the Divine One that gave you power. and
Also
turn.
family.
What's that?
Also my family.
And you turn this nefarious deal aside, though it was tempting.
Good news, Hal. I think I figured out what it says.
What did it say?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I still can't fucking read it. But, I believe there was a certain, entity off in the ocean.
Oh, fun.
It's related to that.
Or it could have to do with each of us individually.
No. I felt its presence.
Is this door open or closed?
The door that you're standing next to is indeed open. Scrawled across the top, you see
I'm waiting for that. Oh. I'm waiting for the dramatic pause to be nothing.
Looks like the same language.
it does indeed appear to be the same language.
Are you going to stand there all day?
Does the voice sound familiar at all?
Not really. Though, how do I say this? It doesn't sound familiar as though it is something from your past, per se.
Mm-hmm.
And that everyone would have heard that booming, sort of echoey voice.
Like, at the sound of the voice, like, Daigo just jumps in, like, Makoto's arms for some weird reason.
Noticing Daigo jump, Boris is going to turn to the rest and ask if everybody else heard that.
Yeah, heard it.
That's new.
I have the migraine to prove it too.
The first time we didn't all hear it until we got close, didn't we not?
Yeah.
And then, maybe we should go find the voice this time.
I think it's from in here.
Perhaps you should make yourself useful.
Or we could just be spiteful assholes and just not and just
Yeah, maybe we should just keep
no.
going.
Well, we need to find some way to open paths. Because this is back the way we came.
Is this not open?
It is, but we need to find a way to open paths further in. This is back the way we came.
We came in just north of here, past those two traps.
I mean, I can always blow it open.
This door's open.
No, like the
The
door
last time you tried to blow up a door, you triggered a
it
trap.
worked.
You
Then
triggered a trap.
Then how about I blow it up farther away?
I'm gonna head in.
Then trap
Okay.
triggers in 3, 2, 1. Like she's saying that.
Welcome to the Grand Library.
Are you the librarian?
He kind of eyes down at you. He's a little tall, but you can definitely tell he's dwarven, though his accent is not strong at all.
I'm something of its purveyor.
Or what now?
Was that out of
You're not
character?
Oh, these aren't. Wait, if I remember
a
correctly,
capture.
these aren't coffins. These are books.
In
These are
this
bookshelves.
in this room, it is lined with books. In this
Are any-
this man or this being's hands, you can see it has a book open and it's just kind of casually flipping through the pages. Glancing at him, he's about 20% translucent.
Are any of these rows labeled? The bookshelves labeled? at all, or
You
no?
could perception, or if you wanted to look closer, investigate.
Makoto's gonna stare that dude dead in the eye and say, "You're not gonna chase me out of here if I grab a book, are you?"
Why would I do such a thing? A library is for learning.
Just making sure. The last library I was in, they weren't too happy about me checking out a book.
But a question. Do you know what you seek?
At this point, Makoto's got the face of,
That's a really philosophical question, now, isn't it?
Hal, as you
Yeah.
examine, each of them in turn has a different sort of character.
Mm-hmm.
You have no way of distinguishing them, but they are marked.
Hal, remind me what we're looking for?
I'm scrolling back. R3T2 13. I say that out loud. To the dwarf dude.
What manner of nonsense is this?
I assumed some kind of call system for said library.
You assume much. A book is it that you seek?
Out of character, can someone remind me which book we're looking for? Because I lost the plot.
Same.
You
Just-
weren't
just
sent for a
looking
book.
around.
We weren't. We were sent for other reasons. We seek a way further in.
Oops. That should have went to normals. Second. Just as a reminder. And I'm sorry, what was your statement, Hal?
We seek a safe path.
In life, is there any truly safe path?
There are safer paths.
Perhaps for the weak. What is it that you want?
Out of character, why are we actually here? I legitimately don't remember.
So,
Yeah.
so the celestial lady had tasked you with essentially providing hope to Tantibus. There is one within the city who needs to come forward, but she perhaps needs a little divine intervention. So, you were sent to a great repository in the past to seek either a weapon to bolster, again, their offense, or something defensive.
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
Essentially, the being whom you believe is Izanami, Nagi, is looking to create their first cleric, perhaps in a long time.
So I quietly to Makoto and Boris, and not Shizuka, because Shizuka is all the way across the room, and that would not be quiet. Do we want to go with defense or offense?
You know, this is kind of weird for me, but I think I kind of want to say shield.
I kind of also do.
While they're discussing,
I'd go shield.
Shizuka will just like be browsing the library, and she'll actually walk up to him like, "Oh, sorry about that," and she'll just pick up Daigo. Out of curiosity, what manner of books can I find in this section?
He kind of eyes you.
Clever like a fox, are we?
Daigo looks up at him and gives him the biggest puppy eyes.
It doesn't work that way.
We seek a shield, a defense, for one to be given the blessing of an ancient divine.
So you were listening, were you? But do you trust this goddess?
I do.
The question, I guess I'll answer that question with another question. How much does it truly matter? We seek a shield to defend the downtrodden against the coming storm.
Is that so? And you know what this storm entails?
I've got a pretty good idea.
Should the shield falter, or should we not return with it? The storm would mean the destruction of a great many lives.
Yes, a great sacrifice is coming. Can you not smell it in the air?
Makoto's summoning his sword.
Do you not feel the winds whistling, the hells themselves rising up?
I mean, that's partially why we're here. And Daigo just nods in her arms.
Is that so?
I mean, we're looking away to protect people, like the common folk. You know, people unlike you, me, them. The common folk can't really protect themselves, so yeah, we're looking for a way to protect them from the worst of it, you know?
Perhaps in Tantibus you can do so. But like two little gems spread across a loaf of bread, it will not be enough. Do you know what goes on in Dynast, in Kabuto? I think you'll
Yes?
find yourself too late.
Maybe that's true, but I'll be damned if I don't fucking try.
Such fighting spit. Fine. I will guide you to what you seek. You need to go east to the next room. Look for a book. It will have a small, blood-red flower on it. Take the book to the eastern barred gates and collect your precious shield. I'll I'll be waiting for you.
And with that, he just kind of fades out.
So to check, is he talking about the room to the east, like the northern one or the southern one?
What a frickin'...
Unclear.
He didn't specify, did he?
Okay, so we'll search both. Good to know.
So also, when he said red flower, is it like a...
It had blue thorns.
Okay.
Somebody once told me.
Oh God.
And Shizuka just like, as the guy just dissipated, Shizuka just like comments, "Huh, he was polite."
That went well.
That went better than I thought.
Yeah. So, Shizuka, when we are approaching, beings of unknown potential to murder us, I suggest tending to not stand right next to them.
How do you know he was gonna murder us?
How do you know he
presumptuous
wasn't
of you,
gonna
don't you
murder
think?
us?
Always assuming people's gonna murder you. It's kind of rude.
All right, I guess we start looking for the red flower on a book.
And he ignores me. Okay.
Who ignores who? Was it me?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
ignored Shizuka.
Yes.
Yes, I did ignore you. Yes.
What I miss?
Does anybody want to catch up Muranaka real quick?
We found
So-
two somewhat fake secret doors. Two secret doors we couldn't open, and then a ghost dwarf who's very tall and super creepy.
All for
and
a
told us to find
dwarf.
a book.
Not like a giant.
Hold on. We need to retcon it a little bit. Muranaka didn't get to ask him his favorite color.
Well, you're pretty certain that you're going to speak to him after.
Oh yeah, you can ask later.
So what did I miss?
We're looking for a book with a red flower on it because a ghost dwarf told us to.
Party probably pissed off BBEG. You know,
Okay.
the normal,
Probably.
the normal thing.
I mean, we didn't immediately try to shoot him.
Yeah.
So-
EOTE?
Ugh.
Wait.
I did summon my sword, but we didn't attack him, so we're improving.
We did not try to shoot him halfway through his monologue.
He was 20% translucent.
I got
I
to
mean-
flex my charisma score a bit.
My hands are made of magic. I can hit things that are translucent.
All right, so you're checking one of the eastern rooms here. For simplicity, you guys know what you're looking for. I'm going to lower the DC, but investigates across the board. We'll see if you guys can come up with a book that may or may not be here. Because he could have been bullshitting you. Without giving away scores, Muranaka's like, oh, all these words.
What do you mean without giving away words, giving away scores? He rolled it.
I'm the only one who rolled hidden.
I know.
I also rolled.
No, I rolled hidden.
Oh,
Muranaka is not very intelligent.
I mean, to be fair, neither is Makoto. He's just very inquisitive.
No, I know what happens. He picks up one of the books. It's like, how can you read this? The pages go on forever.
There aren't any pictures.
There aren't any.
So he's
pictures.
Gaston.
in my defense, I am not very smart.
I am not a clever man.
Nobody accuses me of being a clever man.
As you guys search over this room, this was indeed the correct room. You do indeed find the appropriate book. You see a crimson blood lotus on a white bound book.
Just for sanity's sake, does anybody care if we check the north room as well?
I mean, we were told that time is a bit of the essence.
Fair. Okay, never mind then.
Who would like to open the book? Or are you guys, like reading Rainbow? sit around while Muranaka reads stories.
I mean, like,
Sounds wonderful.
so who's the one who pulled it out of the shelf?
Wait, can we actually
who's
have
holding
Muranaka
onto
read?
it?
Then
Well, let's roll the fate cube. It was Muranaka.
oh,
So it's just a red book.
No, it is a white book with a red flower on it.
Muranaka pulled the one book off the shelf and was like, "There are so
Had a
many
picture.
words." And then we're like,
There's a
"Man, we're looking
picture."
for a book with a red flower on it." And he's
Oh,
like,
wait a minute.
"Oh, you mean this
He's
one?"
like putting that book away. Like, oh, you mean this one? Right here.
where did you find that? Oh, I found it 20 minutes ago.
I
Oh my
cannot
God,
hear
that's-
Richter, I don't believe.
Well, more like I speak and then everyone just talks over me, so...
No,
Sorry.
we couldn't hear you.
Well, now I can hear you.
Now we can hear you.
Anyways.
Maybe this one has pictures in it. I'm gonna open it up.
So, Muranaka's opening the book.
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna do it, but okay.
I'm more curious as to why this book is so important.
Okay.
Because the ghost dwarf said so, duh.
Indeed. Here are the contents. As you open it up, it's mostly a picture book.
Oh, hey, look at that.
The first page, you see an endless blue sea with a red kind of bridge extending over it.
Boring. Next page.
Next page, you see man and woman. The man has a long spear. Because of course he does.
God damn it.
You see him
Shizuka pipes
penetrating the water.
up. Wait. Have you seen this?
Oh, wait, this is a story. Okay.
And
what
Shizuka
about the
pipes
woman?
up.
What does
I
the
think
woman
you've
do?
seen this already.
They're kind of standing side by side as though lovers.
Okay. Next page.
Next page, you see woman with a bundle in her arms. You can kind of, her head is turned to the side, not as though looking at her husband, but they're both of their heads are turned, looking away from the child.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not how childbirth works. So next page.
Next page, you see the child basically removed completely from the scene. They're kind of in an offset into darkness, where the man and wife, they seem to be going through some sort of ritualistic activity, making tea.
Wow, these guys are dicks. Next page.
Next page, you see the woman all dressed up, the man dressed to the nines. They're holding hands. You can see kind of like a flowing infinity sort of ribbon, like as though they're being joined together.
Is there any mention of this child?
The child
this
has
page?
just, it is not present on the page.
All right, I'm gonna shut the book. I'm gonna hand it to whoever's closest to me. I'm gonna say, "Worst story ever."
Okay, I imagine
So-
Shizuka picks up the book.
To
Yeah.
reference what was in chat, does this sound like that mural that we found the one time?
It does, but it's a lot more descriptive per se. There's a lot more pictures to go along with the story instead of just one big mural that kind of covers a lot of ground. I mean, Muranaka maybe made it through like a 20th of the book before he got bored.
Do
It was a
these
bad
pictures have
story.
words with them?
I don't know. Did the pictures have words with them?
They did not.
Okay. Too many pictures, not enough words.
Must have
Should
I
balance.
didn't really like the story.
Should we skim through it real quick and just get a gist of the rest of it?
I mean, that's what
I feel
Shizuka's
like I
doing
know.
while you guys are talking.
I feel like I know where it's going.
You
I feel like this is.
skip through as you kind of see. You can see more spirits, gods being birthed, created, fire, wind. However, once fire is created, you see the woman horrifically scarred and burned. You see them in the next scene go deep down into the bowels of the planet of Valoris. This, and then you see something horrific. You see a picture of this.
Oh,
Here's
that's
another
fun.
one.
You see the woman. You see them standing very close to each other, almost as though lovers. That is the last picture.
Her and the ugly troll.
A troll would not be a good.
I know. I don't have any real description.
The cyber demon.
Yeah, this is Cyber Demon. Straight out of Doom 2.
I knew those parents were a-holes.
So
You open up the book, E when M1 starts playing.
he said to. Oh, I just realized something. He said to take it to the eastern room, the eastern barred room. Is this where we're supposed to find for Dickbag McLitch the tablet or whatever the fuck?
What?
What?
For Maldark?
What?
Maldark? Didn't he want us to get something? Would that be from here or no?
Don't
I'm
know.
confused.
Wait, isn't Maldark a dick?
Yes.
Yes.
But he also
So why are we doing stuff for him?
I don't know.
Unclear. I figured I'd bring it up just in case.
I still just want to cut him.
All right, then that's a no. Let's go to the eastern barred doorway.
Isn't that where the
Yes.
the twiddled? Okay. Well, I guess I can get my gold back.
Stingy. It's just a gold
Hey,
piece.
they're not going to use it, and we're going in there anyway, and they're not taunted.
So this room?
I think so.
Indeed. The way that the bars are set, floor to ceiling, be very difficult to squeeze through, save for anyone but Daigo.
Does anybody have any ice?
Is there a mechanism of some kind?
Perception.
Perception.
Hal,
Mm-hmm.
as you're kind of skimming over, very near the floor, very similar to where the scratches were, near the other kind of hallway down towards east, you see something else scrawled there. You
Yeah.
see give me 1 second. Gotta change the language here. You see that.
Does it look like the same language as before?
It does indeed look like the same language. However, scrawled underneath it,
Mm-hmm.
you see I'm trying to think of the best way to format that. Okay.
SN.
There's a obvious space in between.
I mean, there's only 27 letters.
27.
26? I don't know how to fucking count.
There's 27 in Tantibus.
There are.
For the 27th is betrayal.
There are 5 letters that would actually fit.
It's Sin,
that's
Sun, Sun, or Sen.
Hello there, Makoto.
Because,
Why not spoon?
hello, Edward.
Did you miss me?
Not really.
What are you all looking at?
Hey, monkey, can I get my gold back from in there that I tossed at you?
Don't mind the bird, he's rude.
You know I have no use of money.
Well, if you have no use for it.
You know there's a switch in here, right?
I do now.
Do we, though?
I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay.
So what if there is?
It does not seem unreasonable that there might be a mechanism.
Inside the room itself?
Yeah,
There might be he might be telling the truth, guys.
I'd be willing to make a deal with you all.
I'll let you keep the gold if you go flip it.
Oh, come now.
Wait a minute. You do it? Will that lever open up this door in front of us?
Well, yes, of course.
What? I don't believe you. Prove it.
You don't sound very sure.
I gesture Makoto to look down at the its stuff on the floor.
I see it.
Now you see, I'm a little bit trapped here, but I've had quite a bit of time to work things out.
You can get out.
Out of the room, yes. That is not where I wish to go.
Where do you wish to go?
I want you to take me back with you.
Aren't you
Back
dead?
where?
Ah, Makoto. So clever. I've had some time to work things out. I'll let you into this room if you promise to carry an item to the other side.
Not until you tell me what that item is and why.
Well, to be honest, I don't particularly like being dead.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there's not much we can do about it.
Ah, but you can.
Wait, what?
Like I said, I believe I'm able to transfer most of my essence into an item. And if it will happen to come back out the other side, well, so might I.
Sounds to me like you're not happy with the bed that you made.
No, not in particular.
I'm gonna take a climbing spike out of my bag and carve an I between the S and the O.
Okay.
The S and
Anything
the
happen?
N, you mean?
S and the N, yeah. Anything happen?
Nothing does happen.
Damn.
So wait, I have a question.
Go on.
Why can't you just carry the item out?
Because I'm dead.
Okay.
If you can't carry
is that
the
stopping you?
item,
Come now,
Haven't
haven't you come to realize nothing
Hey,
in this
Makoto.
place is real, save for maybe the caretaker.
Hey, Makoto,
So
I have a different plan. And I punch Makoto in the chest.
Kapow! Like
I know
legit punch him,
exactly
like
what he was.
I'm trying to do like 1 point of damage, like
Okay.
a 1-inch punch kind of thing.
okay.
Well then, okay, I'm using this. Just teleported, folding his arms.
Well, that's
Perfection.
interesting. Okay.
Really, I don't know what you were expecting to bargain with. You have nothing for me to gain.
I've been in this
Also,
place
bargaining
long
you
enough
getting
to
a
answer
ghost
some
for-
questions.
Also, just for the record,
All
wouldn't
right.
you being a ghost preclude you from pulling the lever that which you need you to pull inside of the room?
All right,
Oh,
Edward.
don't be a twat.
Oh, don't be a twat. Let's go over
Not
some things
you,
here.
your feathery friend.
Well, let's go over some things. You have no bargaining chip. You're faced with the consequences of your own actions, and you're giving it your word as something, despite just giving us plenty of evidence prior to not trust you at your word. Why should we help you?
Because what happens if you're wrong?
What happens if you're wrong?
If I'm wrong, then I stay here. I don't come back to the other side, and I don't bother you anymore.
And what happens if you're right?
I can answer a great many things for you, and, of course, there's a small bit of my life.
But what is your favorite color?
He kind of looks down his nose at you.
While he's doing
Answer
that,
the
I'm just-
question.
okay. While Edward's doing that, I'm gonna look for that switch.
Okay, perception.
Before, hey, there's no switch in here.
Nah, I mean, I was expecting that, but
So, he looks down his nose at you, Murnaka, and you're not from Tantibus. Where are you from?
Oh, really? What gave that away? Was it the accent?
It's the roughness of dwarf, I believe.
Oh, probably.
Do you know what's going on, Kabuto? Do you know what's really going on?
Not really, and I personally do not care.
I suppose not, running away like you did.
Yeah, see, that's generally what people do when they don't care.
Boring conversation.
Boring person.
Makoto, as you're looking kind of around the room, I'm just going to move you just a little bit. Edward's going to just take a couple steps towards you and say, it's over there. Look, just past the coffin. He'll kind of point to the right side of the room.
can I see it
Yeah.
from here?
Yeah. At first, it kind of looks like a wall sconce. And he's like, no, trust me, it's a switch.
I insight check him.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
don't trust the hell out of this dude. Where is insight? There it is.
It's not unreasonable that it could be a switch. You can't see it from where you're at, but
Mako's just gonna take a few steps, stop, just ask, by the way, how'd your friend get in here?
why don't you go ask him?
Alright, dude. Who the fuck are you?
You're talking to the...
The Chromass, dude.
It kind of moves its head, and you can't tell because of the mask, but it appears to be looking directly at you. It does not reply, however.
Wow, aren't you a great conversationalist? I saw you outside.
Yes,
Now
try
you're in
being
here.
stuck with him.
Wait. If there's a lever inside, how are you stuck with him?
Very perceptive.
Oh yeah, I need to record
But
that
you
one.
failed to answer my question.
There's nothing that gets past you. Mornaka, was it?
That is what they call me, yes?
Because there are two switches.
There are two of you, so what is the problem?
Well, unfortunately, I can't pull the switch.
Why not?
Because there is another means of entry into this room.
Okay, but that did not answer my question. Why can't you pull the switch?
Because I'm dead.
Then why were you giving this whole runaround of, "Ooh, take this thing outside, then I'll pull the switch"? You were lying to us.
Because I happen to know the answer to that little riddle that's outside.
Oh, look at me! I know the answer to the riddle that's outside.
You know,
I won't tell
Makoto, you
Mornaka
truly are my
color
favorite.
Because I'm too snooty. Look at me, I'm dead. That's you. That's how dumb you sound.
Yeah, Makoto just can't stop. Makoto's actually visibly laughing at that.
Truly, Makoto, this is the ilk you keep company with.
It beats your stuffy ass.
Perhaps.
There is no perhaps about it.
Well, go on about your business if you don't need my help.
Well, apparently you can't help us anyway. Ooh, I'm gonna throw the switch for you. Oh, no, I can't throw the switch anyways.
Right.
I'm a big fat liar.
Right, I'm gonna throw that switch now.
You pull it, you can hear it click, and then it goes back into position. Makoto, did you miss the part about two switches?
Hang on, my dog's whining at me.
Okay.
Your dog is wondering if you're okay.
What are you saying? I need your friend to pull the other one at the same time?
No, of course not. He's a husk.
All right. What's your point?
You have to pull both the levers at the same time.
And you can't pull. Well, you can't pull either one because you're dead, and he can't pull either one because he's a husk.
Yes, I know, it's complex. You see, if I can transfer part of my essence out of me, what's left could possibly join with this husk, and we could quite possibly summon enough strength to pull the lever. But I need your word that you will carry me outside.
Hey, Shizuka, do you think Daigo can pull a lever disguised as a sconce?
Shizuka looks up from the book, looks down at Daigo. Can you? Daigo just like tilts his head to the side.
Yeah, like, maybe?
Like, I suppose. And Shizuka walks over. Daigo squeezes in between the bars and jumps in Makoto's arms.
Oh, gross.
Hi there. Gross.
He sticks his tongue out at the guy.
Gross. Oh, that's right. You don't like any animals.
I was rather fond of you.
And Shizuka from outside just go like, get.
Why don't you and Daigo give those switches a try, Makoto?
Sure. Alright, Daigo, you get the one on that side, I'll get the one on this side.
Okay.
Which one?
The left side.
And like, Daigo just looks at the corpse, then at you. Gives you the look like, with the corpse? Seriously?
Fine, we'll switch.
And Daigo walks over to yours.
You got this all sorted out?
So Daigo just like clamps his like jaw on the switch and looks at you.
Yeah.
And pulling.
All right.
And
You guys pull the switches in unison. And what happens is roll initiative.
Yeah, lovely.
Yes.
Nice.
Let's go early.
Nice, nice, nice.
Did the doors open or no?
They will,
Okay.
just not yet.
Aww. And I rolled so well.
Hal, as you're the first one to react, you see the shadows dance across the ceiling as these two large hulking masses come barreling down at both Makoto and Daigo. You kind of rush up against the bars. They're starting to slide down. They won't be there until partway through the turn, unfortunately.
Are
What
they
would you
low
like?
enough down that I could jump over it?
They are not, at least not at this initiative. You could
Damn.
hold an action to leap through, or kind of set your action to go slower.
Oh yeah. Can I delay my initiative until they're open? And
Yes.
just delay my turn entirely? Awesome.
All right. Which one is one? Cloaker 1. Looks at you, Makoto. It
Do I need to roll
comes.
initiative?
What's that?
Do I need to roll initiative?
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody needs to roll initiative.
Okay, because I was AFK, sorry.
You were. They pulled switches, and two large masses come barreling down. The bars in front of you are starting to part, though it's kind of a slow-moving process. Makoto, first one, takes a bite at you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh dear.
Bites into you. The good news is, the bite itself didn't do a lot of damage. It's the fact that it's now attached to you, completely enshrouding you, almost cloaking you. Daigo,
Some kind of cloaker.
like some kind of... I'm sorry, Daigo, you're probably not going to fare well.
Sorry, Shizuka.
if he dies, I'm throwing you in there with him.
Well, they do a lot of damage, so...
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah. Thanks for getting my familiar kill.
I'm sorry. I literally did not think that we were going to get attacked because of this. I thought
Shizuka.
maybe Edward was going to attack us.
You hear
'cause
this
he's dead.
screaming shrill of Daigo. One last yiff.
You picked the wrong fucking word. Holy shit, Atherin.
So at first, Shizuka goes deathly still, like she's just trying to process it. And then she just walks up to the bars.
Still barring your path. They're moving. They're about 1/4 of the way open.
Yeah, but she can at least her hand can reach through, right?
Yeah, you can reach between the bars.
And she can see through them, right?
Yeah, of course.
So she's going to look at the one that basically just killed Daigo after shooting Hal like the biggest death glare. She's going to point at it and using... Well, no, it doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't matter anymore. She's going to throw a fireball at it.
Oof.
At this one. So roll to hit.
I mean,
So
Daigo's
what's...
only under unconscious. We could have.
No, he's dead.
No, he is
He is dead. Okay.
Yes.
status dead.
What is the radius on fireball?
Opening it up.
20.
I think it's 20. Are you trying to catch everything in the room?
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Okay. So let's do
I mean,
Shizuka.
how would you fare if someone killed your dog?
Oh, I'd be furious.
I'd be very pissed.
There.
I believe there was a movie about that.
That's how.
Wasn't it called John Wick?
It was called John Wick. Why did it not target? There. If you want to roll... Let's see, I'll do their deck saves since you didn't target them. Makoto, you don't have to make a save.
Oh, okay.
You automatically take half the damage that it takes. So there's Cloaker
Okay.
1, Cloaker 2. Neither one will take or make their save. Go ahead and roll your damage. Ooh. As a fireball erupts in the room, the fire is nowhere near as hot as the fire in Shizuka's eyes. They point their finger, let out the blast. Anything else?
No, there's nothing else that she can do.
Okay. Makoto, it is now your turn.
I did take half damage of that, right?
You will take half of that, yes.
Okay, double checking.
And you're, of course, blinded as you're being... It's basically, think of it as like it's attached to you and kind of creating a pocket around you. You're not restricted in any way. You just can't see.
Well, this is a new feeling.
It failed its fear check. Huh. All right, so it cannot move any closer to you.
Both because of fear and physics.
And I guess that'll be my turn.
All right. Let's see. Muranaka. Roll initiative. What? We kind of glossed over you, Muranaka. We'll jump back to you. What did you want to do? Hal, you can see, is just kind of waiting for the gate to be low enough where he can kind of leap over and through. You would have also reacted very quickly.
I'd like to imagine that at the very start of combat, I was kind of, you know, like still messing with this guy, so I didn't really figure out what was going on. So then I kind of like, whoa, what the heck? There's this like big blast of fire. I'm like, wait, what happened? I was preoccupied.
Did you
What's going on?
Yeah, did you want to take any actions or hold your action?
I mean, I can't really do much until those bars are. You said they were going down?
They are. They're moving. It's going to take a round before they're fully down. However, you can see Hal is sizing up. Once it gets to about 50%, he's going to leap through.
I think I'm just going to stay out of the way and let them go in first.
Okay.
And then I'll follow up behind them.
Okay.
Last thing I want to do is get in the way.
All right. Before Boris's turn, at 10, the bars are halfway down. Hal, if you want to make your actions, you're still going to have to make an acrobatics check.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to dive over.
14 is just barely enough. As you kind of time it, the bars, you kind of leap through. As you move through, you're going to brush past Edward. As soon as you get close to him, the wind from your acrobatic tumble is enough to just scatter him in ashes.
Oh, fun. And then I'm gonna go towards the one attacking Makoto.
Okay.
Why am I targeting?
That was probably
And
me.
I'm gonna attack the one that's on Makoto.
Okay.
First with the quarterstaff. Why did it attack with
Frightened.
advantage?
It's
Oh.
frightened.
Oh, fun.
Indeed. That crit dough.
Nice.
Oof.
And then these.
Why did I take damage?
You take half the
Oh.
damage.
Shit, sorry. That's not ideal.
No, he targeted me.
No, yeah, you take half of the damage.
No, Hal targeted me.
Oh yeah,
What?
you hit him instead of the
Oh.
monster.
Shit, my bad.
So hold
Yeah,
on. We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Gain 7 back, so you're at 48 damage. That's my bad. Targeting is kind of hard in here.
You'll have to because they're overlapping.
Yeah.
And then
That's my
they
bad.
will take. All right, fixed.
Okay. Sorry,
At least my
Makoto.
concentration check was amazing. At least the non-existent concentration check was amazing.
Sorry, Makoto. Trying to get you free.
Another strike. 8 points of damage.
And can I make one of those a stunning strike?
Yes.
Which is,
I'm sure it's a con.
yeah. It is stunned until
All right.
the end of my next turn.
Muranaka. Again, the bars are about halfway. Are you waiting for them to fully go?
Well, Shizuka's there, but
Hmm.
I won't get in the way.
If
My
you,
acrobatics is not great,
no problem.
so I'm gonna just get my arrows out, get my bow out, and get ready to run in there and shoot some.
I am with you. Then it is now
I'm just gonna have
Boris's
to wait.
turn.
You said that it's still not quite open, correct?
It is not. It's about 50%.
All right.
You have
I'm
flight
going-
though.
I do. I could fly fuck in there, couldn't I? Yeah, I'm going for cheek, and I'm gonna fly in there if possible.
Okay.
How far is that?
It's like 25.
So that's about 25. Cloaker 1, Cloaker 2. There we go. Cloaker 2. And I am firing
a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh my word.
So that's 46 radiant, so what's that, 86? Because I accidentally did it wrong. Or you can't crit spells, can you?
Yeah, spells crit.
Spells can most
It should if you roll your damage, it should automatically do it.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Yeah. Boom.
Oh, no, it did.
Yeah, I mean,
It was just 86. Okay.
you cast that radiant bolts at this cloaker, and you can see just it start to burn. It's kind of blackened, kind of not scaly, like I don't know, sinewy, smooth kind of hide. All right. Anything else?
No, that is my turn.
I don't think Naz is technically with us.
Nope.
They are lost in the dungeon. Hal, you will not go. We need to adjust your.
Oh yeah, I went at the 10 count.
Yep, I adjusted that. Muranaka. The gates are open.
All right, I'm going to just kind of sidle past Shizuka here.
Mm-hmm.
Work my way inside. And let's see, Hal's attacking that one. Is anyone currently attacking the one off?
Only at range.
Next attack against it does have advantage because guiding bolt.
Okay, how do I target something?
So click on your token, then control left click on the monster, just like that.
I got him. I got it.
You got it, man.
So I'm gonna fire off 2 shots. Be like, I'm helping.
I'm helping.
As I remember, here we go. Okay. So, how do I do it at advantage?
It will automatically do it.
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Okay. Okay.
Oh, and it hits.
Roll damage.
Arrow flies through, striking into its hide.
Then I quickly notch another one.
Also finding the mark. Too quick.
What the heck am I shooting at?
All right.
It is stunned.
It is stunned. I hate you.
Oh, I forgot to hit the effect button when I did it. My bad.
Boris, coming in for a bite. Does it hit?
Goody.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Nope.
But it brings its tail round,
What's up, buddy?
and that hits. Slicing you for 9 points of damage. Shizuka.
Who threw that piece of paper at me?
The rage inside.
She points at it again, and just like this time she casts, what's its damage at? Hang on. Combat tracker, that's not it. Heavy. Oh no, it's critical.
Oh, that's the one at critical, yeah.
She points at it, and just like she's just mumbling to herself. Though, if Muranaka, Boris, how high is your perception, like passive perception?
Passive perception's a 14 for me.
Mine's 16.
Morinaka would just hear Shizuka just saying, die, over and over again, like in a very low voice. And she just points at it and shoots off in her Eldritch Blasts.
All right.
And it's so she gets 2 shots, so this is shot 1.
Just a little wide of the mark.
Wait, it rolled both.
Oh, okay. So one of the bolts hit. The second one did not.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Shizuka, as you fired your Eldritch Blast, within the room, the smell of salt kind of permeates the air. As your bolt flies across, you can see almost a rippling bit of lightning flying through. Bits of coral smash off of this creature as it does its kind of death throes, falls flat on the ground. Anything
Magic
else?
went wild.
There's nothing else she can do.
Makoto.
Well, it's stunned.
It is indeed.
Means I get advantage on attacks against it,
You do.
which negates the blind I have.
That it does. Did the effect get applied to it?
No,
I'm just clicking the advantage button.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
that'll work. And that is a strike. As you slash, what are you using? Pack.
katana.
As you slash at it with your katana, you deal 10 points of damage, but its claws are tight into you. As it squeezes harder, you'll take 5 points.
Get the hell off me!
Oh, as you scream and slam your katana deep into it. Let's roll some damage.
Apparently, this is where all of our fucking crits were hiding for the evening.
Oof. It's worth it, though. You're going to take 9 points as it takes the 19. Hal, you see the katana just pierce out the backside of it. You don't know how it's standing. Maybe sheer determination.
Wow, it's afraid of me, too.
It is indeed. Unless you have a bonus action.
No.
Hal.
Sorry in advance, Makoto. I'm just swinging at it with my quarterstaff. It's a hit.
I like how
somehow.
you rolled a 4 and you hit it.
Yeah.
Right? You punch it. It dies. However, Makoto, you will still take the 3 points. Oh,
Wow.
man.
How much?
3?
3?
Oh, wait. Where did I see the 6? No. Oh. Oh, no. You will take 6. And that's Ouchtown.
Can I use the rest of my turn to give Makoto one of my healing potions?
Yeah.
Since it's dead now.
You handed unconscious Makoto.
No, like to pour it down your, like my movement and my bonus action to pour a potion down his throat. Is that possible? Or no?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
he would have to start making death saving throws.
Okay. What's a healing potion? 2d4 plus 2? Anybody?
I believe it's 2
yes.
plus 2.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just the normal one.
you gain 8 hit points back.
And you pop back up. As combat draws to the end, you can see again the ashes kind of spread out. This guy would have been ash as well. Spread out. You see Makoto fall. Hal, as you finally bring this creature down, you come over and swoop him up, start pouring a potion down. Shizuka, as you approach Daigo, you see kind of the crumpled mass there, but something glimmering just underneath Daigo's neck.
Like she picks it up, like knowing that it's his collar, and just like holds on to it.
As you kind of turn the collar over in your hand, you can see the tag is a little different than what it was before. It's in the shape of a small, could it be a shield? As you kind of go over it in your hands, you flip over the back, and you see something written in Sylvan.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll transfer over as Sylvan, but we'll see. I don't think it came over as Sylvan, but it is in Sylvan.
Hmm. Then she just looks at it. She's not saying much of anything.
I go up to Shizuka and just say, I'm sorry.
Shizuka says nothing to you, but just picks up Daigo and she just walks out of the room. And she heads like to, where I'm placing her.
Okay. It's kind of a somber feeling fills the air.
Boris, can you spare the spell to help Makoto? I was able to get him up a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's pretty rough.
Yeah, we'll see what I can do. Wait. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No, delete the second one.
I'm waiting for him to hit Flame Strike by mistake.
Oh my goodness.
Also, by the way, sorry about that last hit. I was thinking I would do the lower damage die to do a one-handed hit, and still rolled max damage.
This might sting. I haven't used the.
Well, with the way the damage was working out, it didn't matter.
Oh, would you have gone down even just from my bonus?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, more to the point, his remaining HP was more than double mine, from what I could tell.
Gotcha.
I was going unconscious either way. I was hoping that the damage I did would not cause damage to self, but...
Yeah, that's why I didn't do my bonus action attack on that first turn, because I was thinking you could get out without hurting yourself.
And then when I found out that's not the case, I'm like, well, I'm going unconscious.
Yeah. Anybody see the dwarf man? Or a shield of some kind?
Not. Just
Where'd Edward go?
Oh, he got blown away.
Oh, we fucking
Serves
killed
him right, the dick.
Shame. I was hoping I could at least get the satisfaction of finishing him off myself.
I guess I will look around for the dwarf or the shield.
Am I still blind?
You are not blind. No, we'll remove
Okay.
that.
You know what? Let me get you a little more up. Let's still get another.
Yeah, I'm looking around for ghost dwarf or something with a shield mark.
Where'd Shizuka go?
Back north. Daigo got hit and is gone.
Why was he sent in?
Daigo? Because none of the rest of us could get inside.
None of you needed to get in here.
It was that or make a deal with Edward.
Again, no. I had no intention of helping him.
We'll
I was planning on
just
the plan was to leave him in the past. Out of character, I had a Misty Step, guys.
Well, why didn't you use that to get in the first place?
One last trick by Edward.
What?
One last trick by Edward.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. What's done is done. I'm gonna go find Zuka.
Makoto, as you're kind of traveling down, I know the path, obviously, that you're going to take there. To the south, you can see there are two doors that kind of stretch from floor to ceiling. You can see them glowing a faint red light.
So, like, straight south from...
Straight
where I'm
south,
at?
yeah.
Interesting. Can we take a break? That was kind of heavy.
Yeah, we absolutely can. Let's take like a 10, be back here at about 25 after.
Yeah, sure.
Sound good? All right, we'll be right back. It was heavy. All right, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. Some good old classic villains. Monsters, rather.
Hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back. All right, is everybody here?
I've
Sounds
never
like it.
left.
Ooh. Is Shizuka here?
You.
Okay. So let's pick back up here. Makoto, as you're kind of moving around, you can hear coming from the library. You can hear Shizuka just kind of yelling out as loud as she can. I'm here with your shield, librarian. What more do you want from us? As you kind of approach, and that's where we'll pick it up. As you kind of approach in at the library, Shizuka, do you want to go ahead and describe what they see?
First of all, you see that Shizuka is like a complete utter mess. Crying, the front of her robes are wet, and like she's just like like you heard her scream that at the top of her lungs. And like when as she's done screaming, like she just like falls back on like her knee again, like gasping for air.
All right, very good.
What was that?
That was my pager.
Makoto
Not
just
called
not
that.
saying a word is just gonna walk up to Makoto, or wow, this is gonna walk up to
himself.
yeah. Makoto's just gonna quietly walk up to Shizuka and just give her a hug. Not saying anything.
She doesn't say anything either, like nor does she acknowledge you, but she just breaks down again.
Yeah, so I think these two are just gonna be here for a while.
Okay, so
in
we'll
that situation.
we'll kind of let the moment kind of hang there. Some time will pass as the party kind of recollects together. What would you like to do? Presumably you have what you came for. You guys can leave at any moment if you wish. However, the librarian seemed like he had more to say.
Yeah, like she called out for the librarian specifically, like to call him out, but he's not showing up.
He did not answer.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, so it's up to the party. What do they want to do? Hello? Oh, there you go.
I think they're thinking.
We're thinking, yeah. I mean,
Yes.
we saw that door glowing down the hall. It could be telling us to go that way. Did anybody find the shield? I didn't find anything in that room.
And you just like hear Shizuka growling like, I have it. So, what do you need it for?
Are
we done?
I don't know if we're done.
Well, we have our shields.
Lost and wayward souls, are we?
As you hear permeate the room.
Don't know what to do. Who to lean on. Who or what to trust.
Personally, I could care less.
Well, those who are more inquisitive may join me at the Cavalcade of Souls. You'll know the room. Follow the blood red flower.
But why?
You do
How the
not
hell
get
do
an
we
answer
follow the
back.
book?
You ready to go, Zuka?
Fine. And like she'll just like get up. Like she'll just like I'm assuming like well like she's just clinging on to Makoto, but she'll just like wherever he goes, she'll just like follow.
Alright.
As you step out, again, all of you can see the kind of that glowing red light coming far to the south.
Yeah, I assume that's what he meant by follow the blood red flower.
Well, I don't know about you, but I say we make him answer for the fox.
I agree.
Headed south?
Looks like
That's
it.
the plan. Okay. As you guys reach the doors, you can see that both of them kind of glowing this odd, magical red light. You know more than blue circle. It just appeared. You know more than approach the door as they kind of start to separate and part. The doors swing inwards ever so slightly, revealing a crack in the doors. In the distance, you can see this person.
Should we move all our tokens down?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who enters the room first?
Wait. There was not a trap at that black square?
There is not.
Okay. So we are actually like here. I'm asking.
Yeah, I just assumed you guys
Okay.
were just being lollygaggers, moving your tokens.
Yeah.
As you guys, who's stepping in first? Hal?
I'll step in first, yeah.
As you step in, you can see this figure kind of half floating above the ground. In this room, you do not see any mist whatsoever. You see just immaculate stone, kind of marbled floors. The black dots are pillars that seem to reach up maybe 100 foot or so.
Mm-hmm.
How nice of you to join me. Find what you are looking for.
We did. And who are you?
That is a long story.
Shorten it down to 2 sentences.
Okay, Saitama.
I don't answer to you.
Oh, okay. Can't argue with that.
Lols.
Wow. just falls apart immediately.
But what is your name? What do we call you?
I have had many names.
Oh,
You can call
Fancy you?
me Watcher.
hello, Watcher. I am Muranaka Genosuke.
I know who you are.
Oh, okay.
I
How do you
know of your line. I know of your failings. I
Would it
know
be easier for you
each
to list what you don't know?
and every one of you.
Okay then, what's my real name?
Games, is it? We can play games.
You apparently know everything about me, but you don't even know my real name. I mean, I don't blame you, I don't even know it.
Let us play a game then. I will answer 3 questions,
Oh god, it's Kosui.
but for every answer, there will be blood.
Like, are we talking a lot of blood, a little bit of blood?
Is that your first question?
That is not our first question.
Mugen?
No, we're not, no. My name is Muranaka. And no, that is not my first question. And then I'm gonna look over to, Tanaka, who's nearby. It's like, maybe I shouldn't ask him what his favorite color is.
Maybe I'm gonna hazard a guess and say red.
It's
So maybe
like,
don't ask.
I mean, I really want to know, but I think I'll hold off for now.
That would be a good idea.
Because I feel like the cost of blood to knowing his favorite color is just not going to. Well,
I appreciate your honesty.
Muranaka's gonna say, I wonder if the question to blood ratio will be relevant to the question. This
Pulls
is
out
just
your
something
blood
I am
abacus.
wondering aloud and not asking.
For legal purposes only, this is not a question.
Do you always worry about the small, inconsequential issues?
Well,
Or do you
sometimes
want
it's
to
nice
know what's really going on?
Hey, now hold on a minute. That's a question, so you have to pay in blood.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
What is it with you adventurer types?
Hey, you're the one that said questions must be answered with blood, okay? You're the one that set up the parameters here. Don't look at me. If you want an answer to that question, you have to pay in blood. You said so yourself.
So be it.
Muranaka, I need you
Hello.
to make a saving throw.
Which one?
Wisdom.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good, I'm bad at those.
That is a very good save. The man before you kind of waves his hands, and a pair of manacles manifest themselves. They try to attach to your feet, then to your arms, then a manacle over your mouth. You're able to see through what was truly there.
Such strong will. Perhaps you are the ones.
Oh, bye.
I mean, we just sort of came here, and then you were all like, come down here, and then you're all like, ask us some questions. Now you're trying to say that we are the ones? Like, seriously, you're not helping.
Hell,
Yeah.
should we keep it simple?
Sure.
What do you want?
I feel like that
Straight
might
to
make
the
you
heart
roll.
of the matter. I wish for one, and only one being, to no longer exist.
Well, that's
The
not very
Golden
specific.
Emperor.
It's more helpful.
And at least it didn't make us use a second
gonna-
question to find out who.
I'm
the
gonna
person
lean over
who
to
wanted to exist
Tanaka.
was.
I'm gonna lean over to Tanaka and very loudly proclaim, I wonder who this Golden Emperor is and what he did to this person. This is not the question, I am just wondering aloud.
You don't have to say it so loudly. I can hear you pretty well.
Lols. You guys are like that.
Wink, nudge, nudge.
The Five Stooges.
More to the point,
really
please don't yell. More to the point, please don't yell directly into my ear.
Well, he's not yelling in your ear. He's just like kind of leaning over, but he's looking at this watcher guy. He's very clearly,
whisper in here.
very clearly, like making it
Just
look
like
like he's
whisper
talking to
yelling.
you, but he's obviously talking to this watcher.
No, I was more pointing out, you know. I got these big sensitive ears on top of my head.
Oh, okay. Hey, Hal. I wonder who this Golden Emperor guy is. Oh, I assume it's a guy because he said Emperor.
Do we also assume that he's probably has gold on him?
I mean, I guess.
None of you. Wow, none of you actually read up on the Golden
No,
Emperor?
we remember
I know
him.
who the Golden Emperor is.
I know who the Golden Emperor is.
Okay, so I'm Hal. I'm wondering. See, this guy doesn't like this Golden Emperor person. But why? I wonder why he's telling us this. That is very weird. Why he would tell us this.
I mean, he did tell us what he wanted,
Well,
which is
yes,
what we
but what does
asked.
he want from us? I mean, what could we do?
Do
I'm asking
we...
you. I'm asking you, Hal, not the Watcher.
It's very
Ow.
clearly more of like an existential want kind of thing. That's my guess here.
Hal, do we want to ask why or no?
All right, take care of the dog.
Yeah, I
Hey.
legitimately don't know. I would have been fine with not asking any questions.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
But we have two more.
How much blood are you willing to pay?
That's fair. Never mind. I retract my statement.
Such a simple lot. Do you not want to know the secrets of the cosmos?
Not really, no.
Perhaps
I feel
not.
like we would be here for a few hours, days.
It's probably too difficult for you to understand anyways.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man, what did I miss?
He asked us if we wanted to know the secrets of the cosmos, and we said no, and he said, it's probably too difficult for you to understand, and we were like, yeah, probably.
So why would you offer those? Never mind, I'm not going to finish the question.
I wonder why he offers such secrets so willingly.
This man's clever.
You're not gonna trick him into questions, but if you seriously want,
I'm not.
yeah,
He almost tricked
He's
me
just
into
milking a joke
ah,
at this point. Hold on a sec.
Oh, out of question for Atherin. We were given a thing that would let us leave, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Makoto, I wonder, if we just want to get out of here and not stay here any longer?
I see no reason to stay here.
Oh, wait. Do we need to ask if what we have is actually the shield?
I guess we do.
I'll ask. Is the token bearing the insignia of a shield in fact what we came searching for and inquired to you about?
The Great Mother sent you on a quest, did she? Yes, and a great sacrifice to the cause. What was his name? Daigo?
Shizuka
Yes.
actively starts twitching.
Makoto makes fists with his hands.
Fear not, little one. Your faithful hound service has been well noted, well regarded, well received. Take with you the small token, for it shall become a light, a beacon, in the grand melee to come. Go to her, the broken one, the ticking, the tucking of a precious little heart. Perhaps she will save you all. Or perhaps you all die in dragon's fire.
I have a question for the GM.
Answer.
You know what? I'm actually gonna whisper this one.
Okay. Oh, simple. No.
Gotcha. Figured I'd ask.
Mm-hmm. All right, so ominous answer.
I mean, we're all going to die someday.
Are we done here?
That's not a question. He is wondering to his companions if we are done here.
He won't answer frivolous.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a dick. Side attraction, playing a campaign in college 20-some years ago. A buddy of mine, we were doing a bunch of research, and of course we had a ring of wishes, and the DM was a major, and he's like, man, I wish I didn't have to wade through all this shit. So the DM gave him bracers of shit repelling.
It's pretty fantastic.
That's brilliant. I love it. You should have done that to, for the record, real quick. You should have done that to us the first time we were running a campaign.
Lols.
So that
I mean, he would have, but the wishes were all like super specific and.
No, I know, but like, had I accidentally said I wish on something, just make it appear and just like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Funny thing about that, Maddie, you somehow did not. Ever.
We don't talk about the wish spell. Anyways.
So, we're getting out of here, right?
Yeah. I have nothing to ask this man, I don't think.
Okay. As you guys are prepping to leave, you pull out your small firecrackers to leave this presumably dreamlike state. You're not entirely sure. He does leave you with this.
I will be watching. I will be waiting. One day. One day.
I'm sure you will be.
I'd hope you would be, because it's in your name.
All right. You guys pop your tokens. You're transported out of this place. You come back to the city of Tantibus. At first, the sounds of the city are a little overwhelming, as you can hear voices, shouting, screaming within the city. But that's not what truly disturbs you. You hear the shrill, echoey sounds of...
Oh no!
Mind flayers!